And what did you say?
I said go to it and move your mouth when you speak. Your lips don't talk. It's your whole mouth and your lips. I laughed so hard I wanted to kill myself.
Me too. Oh.
Where's Gina? When am I going to get to meet her?
Oh, she's putting the baby down. She'll be along.
Listen, Jim. I gotta tell you something. While we're alone.
You haven't been home for 6 years. You left us alone, Mom, Dad, and me, and now Jackson. You come back here and have the audacity, after all that, to come back here and ask me for money? Well, I don't have a thing, so the answer is no. Dad made me promise not to sell, or I would have done so a long time ago. And Dad's father told Dad not to sell, and Dad's father's father told Dad's father not to sell. And Dad's father's father's father told Dad's father's father not to sell. And me, I'll tell my son, I'll tell him not to sell too. It's not worth much of anything anymore. Anyway, I'll just have to keep it now, but I don't have anything else. There was a hawk, Jack, up in that old elm tree outside this window. Mom hated it, she said, but Dad and I thought it was nice. I could have sworn Mom liked it, though, because she stared at it sometimes, and somehow her face always looked so big in this window from the fields. I could see her gazing at the hawk. Once, in the autumn, after all the leaves had fallen, right before the first frost, her face was large as she cut flowers and stared at that Cooper's hawk right into its blood-red eyes. Her face was so large, it filled up the window. It was 10 times larger than usual. And I have no idea why. Why would her face have gotten so goddamn huge?
It was just the one hawk?
That's right, one male.
A male.
Sturdy little bastard. Could see every muscle in his body, such strength, and with such grace he flew and dove.
Yeah, I didn't think Mom would like that sort of thing. It doesn't seem like her to be interested in something like that.
Dad chopped the tree down. That Cooper's hawk sitting right in it. And the damn thing didn't even budge. Didn't even fly away until the tree came tumbling down, all the way down. Dad kicked the tree when it was hanging by one last tooth. And then, right before the tree fell flat, the hawk took up flight and flew. That way. We stared at him, Dad and me, till we couldn't see him any longer. Mom and Dad both died in their sleep 5 days later.
What?
I found them, both in bed on their backs, their eyes pale like fish staring up at the ceiling.
What do you mean, Jim?
Their mouths were wide open, and their dry tongues sagged halfway out of their gaping mouths.
No, they did not. And don't say that, Jim. I don't know what you're trying to do here. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but it's best you quit now.
Skip it, Jackson. You wouldn't want to hear it.
Well, say it right so I can hear it from your mouth.
What does it matter to you? You weren't here to see it. You didn't come home for the funeral.
Well, I want to hear you say it so I know you believe it.
It's not necessary that I say it.
Say it for me, Jim. Say it for me.
It was a car accident.
And?
They died in a car accident.
That's right. They died in a car accident, and I'll be damned if it was anything else. Now, how old's your baby boy, Jim?
7 months old.
Yeah, what's a baby do at 7 months?
He crawls. Damn near crawls better than I can. And sometimes, Jackson, I don't know what I'll tell him when he asks me something.
Oh, I doubt that, Jim. You're too hard on yourself. You always have been.
There's something missing, Jackson. You know I'm just not all there.
No. No, don't say that. You've got Gina and your son. Now you get that little lady out here so I can meet her.
She'll be along. She's putting baby Jim to sleep. To bed. Putting baby Jim to bed. Scatter the folks' ashes on the banks of the creek that runs at the foot of V-Tree Hill.
When?
Right after they died, before they could sit, so they never stopped moving.
V-Tree Hill? When'd you start calling it V-Tree Hill?
When I was small, because the tree at the top of the peak looked like a V.